y'all doing tonight in Florida? I'm your host, Sean McFall. Till people join the chat, then we get rocking and rolling on tonight's presentation. It's a pretty interesting presentation. Uh, did a Google search on some flags. State ones. Some of the ones are Florida units carried into battle. I mean, pretty interesting when I got in there digging, you know what I mean? So as soon as people chime in, say hi, bye, whatever, just don't call me late for dinner type thing, then we get rock and rolling. All right, let me make sure it's broadcasting on Facebook and everything that we are live. Alrighty, we are live. I just wanted to double check. Compared to the problems we had a couple weeks ago, I didn't realize StreamYard and Facebook weren't communicating. Where that? There we go. This is what I use to stream to Facebook and YouTube. Hey Jim, hey Linda, hey Roy. How's everybody doing tonight in Dixie or Florida, depending on where you're at? You know what I mean? So, got some updated events. I just got a email a couple of days ago. The Major and Footman Camp's doing their annual Christmas party at the Henry House, December the 3rd. Tickets will be on sale the day of the event there at the Henry House. December 10th, uh, I just had it up and I shrunk it. Yeah, the St. John's Rangers are holding their Christmas party December the 10th. Good job, Carl Byron. I wish you all the best on your party. Send my best. We'll be starting at 5 p.m. for social hour. Dinner and guest speaker will be at 6 p.m. If you want more info on that, just hit me up and I provide the info. Hey, Rob, welcome to the show, buddy. Hope you're doing good tonight. So those are two updated events coming up in December. This Saturday, it is the Florida Cavalry friends and family get together. Is it just Is it, is the screen twitching on your guys' end, or is that just me? Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Jim. So, there's some cool events this Saturday. My camp will be helping out the Cal Cavalry camp in Arcadia, Florida for their family and friends event. Hope quite a bit of you can make it. If you did not get the info on there, please direct message me on the info and I will provide that for you. So, three cool events coming up. Next uh, next Tuesday, we got a speaker coming on, and he's in the chat. Roy Hudson be coming on talking about their get together in January. Let me get that up again. So I'm not fully mentally challenged. Alrighty. It's, yes, Roy Hudson will be on next Saturday to talk about the Captain J.J. Dickerson camp. Uh, their Lee Jackson dinner with Commander in Chief Jason Boshiers. So, what? You can't believe what, Jim? That Roy's going to be on? Hey, Beth. How you doing this evening? Hey, Beth. Hope to see you Saturday at Leon Shindig. So we might be able to ask if Roy's up to it. We may be able to ask him some questions as well. I'm interested to see what a chief inspector does. I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, anything that deals with national. Okay, thanks, Linda, for letting me know. Hey, Linda, if you're up, I'll call you guys after the show. Roger that. It's pretty easy. I send an email with the link. You click on the link, and you set your camera and all that. So, uh, yeah, Roy. Hopefully, I can get Roy squared away prior to the show. I'm looking forward to him coming on, and of course, uh, yeah, Sunday, January 15th, the Lee Jackson dinner, brought to you by the Florida Division, will be at 5 p.m. I definitely got to get new glasses. Uh, yeah, there we go. I don't need glasses. I can zoom in on pictures. We'll be in Jacksonville, Florida at the St. John's Town Center at 5 p.m. January the 15th, 2023. I know that event is put on by Calvin Hart and Rick Roberts, so that's going to be a fun event. Not a problem, Linda. Going where, Rob? To the Lee Jackson dinner up there in Jacksonville. I am watching chat. So, this past Saturday was the reenactment up in Dade City. Uh, I've been a reenactor 15 years. I mean, since I was 15 years old. This time was the first time I got back, was able to sit back, not take part of it, and just watch it. So it really, you know, gives you a better perspective what the spectator sees, and you as a reenactor on that field, you have an idea what your lieutenants on up telling you go here, there, wherever, uh, and being up on the hill, just watching it. Pretty much, it's pretty much like a football game, give or take, lose some yardage, stuff like that. It was a good time, just kicking back, hanging out with the early camp, and the OCR members. Uh, talk about wall, talking about our ancestors, and always trying to recruit. You know what I mean? We got to grow our camps any which way we can. Any which way we can, just not any which way but loose. What movie is that from? And what actor? So let's get into our scheduled program tonight. Tonight I'm going to be talking about flags. I had some Oh, that's cool to hear, Jim. You get a 12th grade did a food distribution Operation Hope in Fellsmere, Florida at about 350 cars. Cool. That's good to hear, Jim. That's what we got to do. We got to give back. But also let them know who we are. We are sons and daughters of Confederate veterans. Just like right here, I'm always wearing a shirt that says Sons of Confederate Veterans on it or a hat. Well, I kind of like visors, hats when I'm outside. So let's get into our presentation. Alrighty, as you guys all know, this is the Bonnie Blue flag, and I had a quick, interesting email sent to me by Jim Odell. Just this week. Was it this week, Jim, or last week? One and two. I think it was last week. There we go. Yeah, I found it. Yeah, the Lone Star flag slash the Bonnie Blue flag. The Bonnie Blue flag, also known as the Lone Star flag, is often linked to the Confederacy. However, the flag had its original long before any Southern state seceded from the Union. The first recorded use of the flag was in 1810 when it was used in representative of the Republic of West Florida, a republic of English-speaking inhabitants south of Alabama, Mississippi, and portion of Louisiana, east of the Mississippi River, who rebelled against the regime of the Spanish government, overthrowing the Spain's gov- governor at at Baton Rouge. The republic the republic lasted barely 3 months, dissolved after the annex of Louisiana. A portion of the dispute landed to the United States territory. Yeah, I'm always interested to learn about the information about the flags. That's a uh, pretty cool story about the Bonnie Blue flag. Uh, so I want to thank you, Jim Odell, for sending me that info. That did help out a lot, learning a little bit more about the Bonnie Blue flag. So let's go into this picture as soon as it opens up. Now here you do have the state flag. Whoop, wrong info. The flag on the left side is called the Lone Star flag, 1861. During the crisis of the outbreak of the war, the state took control of federal forts, naval yards at Pensacola. At the Pensacola Navy Yard, Colonel William H. Chase, commander of Florida troops, raised the Provisionary flag. Colonel Chase, Lone Star flag, had the same design as they used for the Republic of Texas. The Republic of Texas Navy between 1836 and 1845. Yeah, as I said, I like talking about flags. Now, the one on the right, does anybody have an idea what that flag is? It is not a Florida flag. I'll give you time to answer. All right. Nobody guessed it. It is a First National flag. Now, this flag is one of my ancestors' flag, the flag on the right here where my mouse is circling. Did it, as you can tell, there's a star in the middle. See the little V right there? Now that one, this is the 8th Arkansas flag. It's a replica I had made up. As you can tell, there's fringe right here. When I originally saw this flag, thanks, Christian. Now, I did not know about this fringe. Now, there was a reenactor years ago that did custom flags, custom battle flags or unit flags, stuff of that nature. So I brought him the picture of one of my ancestors' flags with the 8th Arkansas. Uh, so they added this fringe on there, and they showed me what they did and all that. Now there technically there's writing supposed to be right here on the right, but they're talented. They're just not that talented. Uh, but they added the fringe on there. And when I went back and looked at the picture that I found of the flag, that fringe was there. You had to really look at the picture in the book with a magnifying glass to see the fringe partially there. You know, they had better eyesight than I did for an older couple. I cannot remember their names. They used to reenact. They were older people. Uh, so that's the 8th Arkansas flag that they replica of what they carried in battle. Now I know most of you, David, is that on my end no audio or your end? Everybody else can hear me, right? Now, now this flag is kind of unique. I found this on I found this flag on Find a Grave. I was doing some research on one of my Confederate ancestors. 5 by 5, that's good with me, Jim. I found this flag on Find a Grave. Now, the lady that posted under one of my ancestors, I got in contact with her, and she took the picture of this flag at the Confederate Museum in Virginia. So, as you can tell, one of my ancestors was the adjutant for the South Carolina Palmetto Sharpshooters. The lady didn't know much about the flag, but she did point me on how to get the info. That's what I like. I like researching. And if you kind of nudge me, you know, don't hand it to me, kind of nudge me the right direction. I like that a lot. So I got to get with the Confederate Museum in Virginia if it's still there. Hey, Jeffro. Jeffro joined the chat. He's watching it on a YouTube channel. So I want to get more. I want if that museum's still there in Virginia, I would love to get more info on that. Or if you guys, if anybody goes to the Confederate Museum in Virginia, hit me up. Let me know. Now I just found this flag. It's pretty interesting. Hope you guys can make this out. Now It does have various different battles: Chickamauga, Missionary Ridge, Resaca. Most of these battles that this flag was at was the Army of Tennessee. Yeah, it's the first and third Florida flag. I know, Jim, ain't that cool? I just found that. Yeah, it's a cool flag. The thing I like about our ancestors' flags, just like I like, uh, yeah, the cannons down at the bottom. The thing I like about our ancestors' flag is most of the time it took the ladies a long time to hand sew those, because back then they didn't have what we have today, sewing machines, stuff of that nature. Hey, Ronnie, welcome to the show. So a lot of these flags were done by hand. And that's why a lot of our Confederate ancestors during battles held these flags and so much appreciate those flags so much because it was their loved ones that made these flags. So this flag here, I got home late from work, so I don't remember which Confederate unit it was. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Linda. Hopefully that flag's still there, but you know, if anything, I would like to get that flag from them and put it in the SCV museum. Since it does represent my ancestors. Now this is flag for Ir- the Irish Confederate Unit. I forgot which one. I do get this type of flag in the mail. I order it specifically for St. Patrick's Day. A, honoring my Irish and Scottish heritage, and two, representing my Confederate ancestors. Uh, I did know more about this flag, but my mind's drawn a blank on it. Now we know most of us in the chat knows this flag. Some of you do not. Now they say this one is the secession flag, 1861. Unofficial secession flag were flying in many parts of the state even before Florida left the Union. The ladies Broward's Neck in Duval County presented this flag to Governor Manson Perry. It was displayed at the Capitol with the ordinance of secession was signed January 11th, 1861. Exactly, Jeffro. I've been trying to research, trying to find this flag to see if any flag makers make it. I would love for this somebody to come up with this flag and put it on our flagpole right there in Tampa. Hint, hint, Jeffro. That's cool, Jim. So, uh, no, this is not what you guys are thinking. Get that out of your head. Now, this flag, state flag in 1845. On March 3rd, 1845, Florida became the 27th state. Citizens of Tallahassee presented incoming Governor William D. Mosley with a flag that flew at his inauguration. However, because of the controversy surrounding its motto, it never became official state flag. The flag here is a reconstruction from what was written description. Cool, Beth. And this is kind of my favorite flag. One I got flying in front of my house right now, and I think quite a bit of you fly it also. This is a state flag 1861. After the Florida seceded from the Union in January 1861, a number of unofficial flags flew over the state. The General Assembly passed an act directed by Governor Perry to adopt an appropriate design for a state flag, which shall be in character. Six flags later, the governor had the Secretary of State record the description of the Florida's first official flag whenever it was ever raised over the Capitol or in the field is unknown. The flag shown here is a reconstruction of what was written down by description. Cool, right? So, 10 15 minute discussion about flags. What flags are your favorites? Just type in the comments what flag is your favorite. Christian Lee, I know your favorite flag. Sometimes it's behind you on your podcast. Jim Odell likes the Bonnie Blue. Cool. Come on, guys, engage in conversation. That's what we're here for. We're here to preserve and protect our Confederate ancestors' good name. Ronnie likes the Third National. Cool. Jeffro. Hey, DM me a picture of the 7th Mississippi flag. That'd be cool to see. Sorry about that, gentlemen, ladies. Third National, unsurrendered. You got that right, Linda. Now, okay. Whoop. Best favorite is the Bonnie Blue. When you do research about flags, a lot of cool stories about the flags, how they came about, what units they are attached to, and stuff like that. I showed you 3 or 4 historical state flags. Yeah, Florida didn't really have a history of flags. Oh, Jim, I just found that story. The Republic of West Florida, which as we talked about earlier about the Bonnie Blue flag, the flag flew over the free and independent state of West Florida from September 23rd to December 6, 1810. This state covered the area below the 31st parallel between the Mississippi and the Pearl Rivers, now a part of Louisiana. The flag later became an unofficial ensign of the South in 1860, 1861, inspired Harry McCarthy to compose the well-known song, "The Bonnie Blue Flag." Hey, that's good. Yeah, Cherokee Braves. Right. I just found an interesting flag since it is Native American month. Let me bring that up real quick. Yeah, this is an interesting state of Muscogee. The English adventurer William Augusta Bullis designed the flag after Congress of Creeks and Seminoles elected him as director of director general of the state of. I cannot pronounce the name. I'm not even going to try. The capital of this state was the Indian village Miccosukee near present-day Tallahassee. Bunless was captured, turned over to Spanish authorities in 1803. Later died in Havana prison. The state of came to an end. So short-lived. I just thought this was cool when I found it. Ready. We're still talking about flags. A lot of different unique flags out there. Most of you that have not visited South Florida may or may not know what this flag is. This is the it is a this is the flag for the Miccosukee tribe. It is a Miccosukee belief that life spins in a circle starting at the east and moves to the north, west, and south. The color of the Miccosukee flag represents the 4 points of the compass. East is represented by yellow, north red, west is black, south is white, and the Miccosukee abducted this flag in 1862. If you're not familiar with the Miccosukee Reservation, it is down off of US 41 in between Naples and Fort Lauderdale area. It's closer to Homestead than Naples, but right there on US 41. So we talked about that one, and Yeah, like I said, this is Native American month, so we're gonna talk about them. And if you can't understand what this flag says, yeah, you may. I just got a DM. 1 second. It's Jeffro. Oh yeah, that's right, Jeff. I remember you. Actually, Jim, the Miccosukee is not. Yes, they do have parts, but they're the Miccosukee tribe is mainly over in the Everglades National Park. You got Naples, and you got Big Cypress, and you got the Everglades National Park. So they're more into the Everglades National Park. So the flag right now, this is the Seminole tribe. They're over Florida. The Seminole tribe of Florida currently uses this flag, which features the four traditional colors of the Seminole and Miccosukee people. The center seal, which it is fire and open palm thatch hut called a chickee. I'm probably saying that in English. Uh, represent the tribal council. Hey, David, welcome to the show, sir. So, a lot of cool flags out there in the state of Florida. Yeah, some historical, some present day. You got three different types of Native American flags. Uh, Here's an interesting one. I just had Jeff Cotton PM me this. This is his ancestral flag for the 7th Mississippi. Yes, Jim. There was during the War of Northern Aggression, Florida had like three different flags at that time. So that's the 7th Mississippi, Jeff Cotton's ancestral flag. Now this one was kind of cool when I found it. This is called the Patriot flag. As Spanish power was declining in Florida, a group of seven and nine Floridians crossed the St. Mary's River to Amio Island on March the 13th, 1812, to establish the territory of East Florida. Uh, they read a manifesto and raised a flag with the Latin inscription Salus Public Lex Supreme, or the safety of the people, the supreme law. President James Madison refers to acknowledge their claims, and the movement failed. I know, ain't that a cool flag? Yeah, as you can tell, it looks like a Minuteman, but you can tell by the hat that was during that time frame. So let's see what other cool flags. Alrighty. All right, guys and girls. This is the Amir Island flag. In 1817, American citizens during the the independence of Florida sponsored as an expedition into the Spanish territory led by McGregor. Yeah, McGregor, a veteran of Latin America Revolution. The group occupied Amir Island on June 20th and raised the white flag with the green cross. 4 months later, they were forced to leave, and their flag was all but forgotten. Uh, if you guys want to know where I'm getting this information from, let me put in the chat. There you go, guys. I'm getting the information on some of the historical flags directly from the state's website. I just got another DM. Hopefully, it's a good one. Ah, good point, Jeff. Good point. Thank you for sending that, Jeff. Let's see how many people know this flag. All right, guys and girls, let me turn that banner off. Ah, man. Busy night tonight. I had Facebook open. Alright, I'm gonna give you guys and girls some time to figure out what this flag is. Ed, okay, Jim, you're partially right, but what does these stars represent? Let me zoom that in for you guys. See the stars? What does that represent? I'll give you guys some time. All right, guys, give up. No, Jim. Alrighty, Jim, you were correct. That is Lee's headquarters flag. But see how the stars are? You're correct, David. See how the stars are? That is the bread of Christ. And these two stars represent the states that came in that joined the Confederacy. Jeff, I'm surprised you didn't get that. We had that conversation there at Dade City. That's what I like about flags, man. Yeah, there's always, especially with our ancestors, Confederate ancestors, did have a lot of Christian things on it, like Robert E. Lee's flag, the bread of Christ, uh, the battle flag did have a Christian theme to it. St. Andrew's Cross, that's also on this Scotland's flag. I know you said it to me, Jeff. You should have guessed. Uh, if you if you can't see Jeff talking or anything, he's on our YouTube channel. Just type in "Look Around Florida" or my name on YouTube, and hit that when you go to it, hit the subscribe button. That way, you guys have, besides Facebook, you guys have you get alerts on there when I'm going live. You know, especially if I'm, at an event and I get a chance to go live, that way you have an idea, not only on Facebook, but YouTube as well. YouTube, you can also share that link, you can share that link with your camps. So your camps have an idea on what the division's doing. Say if Calvin comes on again, Rick's coming on like next Tuesday. Hopefully I can get him squared away. Uh, on the show would be next Tuesday. Lord hoping I can get him squared away prior to the show would be Roy Hudson. Cool, David. That's why I like having these conversations about flags. I enjoy them. Yeah, we talked about Florida flags, all the different ones. You know, the body blue. Uh, also called the Republic of West Florida flags. See, in the state of Florida, our flags don't really change that much. You know, the our current flag we have right now. As most of you know about a current state flag that we got now, but there's no information on when that flag came about. Alrighty, I think I just found another interesting flag. Let me bring that one up as we're having this conversation about flags. Some of you in the state of Florida may recognize this flag, may not. Now, the Convention of 1868 provided Florida with the second official state flag. It declared that the legislation should, as soon as convenient, adopt a state emblem having the design of the Great Seal of the state impressed upon a white grounded 6 feet 6 inches fly and 6 feet deep. Alrighty. I kind of like that flag a little bit, but it's it set up this flag. Now, with this flag, because of the state when fur lack color, the legislation in 1899 submitted the electoral for ratification in 1900s, an amendment to the Constitution uh, adding the red bars. So it's it's pretty much the same flag that we had before, Yeah, the flag we had before in the 1900s, it got the X on it. I don't know whether they wanna take this, some of them, mating off of it. I mean, hell, if I was a Seminole, I'd be proud of that flag that, but that's just me, like I've said before. The disclaimer. Yeah, I try not to get political on the show because most of us see politics in everyday life, Facebook, YouTube, stuff like that. I try to keep that out of it because we're either going to agree or disagree on it. That most of you, I know everybody in the chat will probably agree on quite a bit of stuff, but I don't like politics, good or bad. Uh, exactly. Ready. If you guys are members of the Florida Division, please go to the Facebook page and look at what Rick Roberts just put out there. Keep in mind that page is only for Florida Division members. So he did have an announcement on that. So pretty much winding down. We spent an hour talking about flags. Hope you guys like the content I provided. Uh, Keep in mind, boys and girls, if you guys get a chance, please check out our website. As I said, that that's not my website. That's the Florida Division website for all your news, up to date info, and all that. Uh, like I said, I got to give kudos to the Florida Division because this show is sponsored by them now. So if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to shoot me a message or anything. Linda, I know it's kind of late. Would it be okay to call you tomorrow? Uh, so guys, keep in mind, there's our website. Feel free to check it out. Oh, cool, David. So I do want to say this to everybody in the chat or maybe watching in the future. I do want to say happy Thanksgiving to all you. Let the Lord bless you and everything you do. Uh, so be thankful the family you got around you and friends. I do all the time because most of you in the chat, I talk to you on a regular basis anyhow. So let the Lord be with you and have a safe Thanksgiving. We're going to end the show with well, it's not new. I just downloaded it. This is of a good friend of mine, good friend of yours. He is a member of the Florida Division, so let's give him kudos. Thomas Jesse. Have a good night, everybody. I'll play this clip for you.
When my mother was in college, she danced with Confederate veterans. To me, it wasn't that far away. My father knew this. My mother knew this. Almost 50 years ago, I joined the Sons of Confederate Veterans. In those days, we weren't concerned about saving monuments or any of those things. That wasn't necessary. In fact, none of us had any remote idea that it would ever come up. We can't just sit there and react. We have to be proactive. Or, as Robert E. Lee said, the best way to disrupt your enemy's plans is to strike first. Everyone should do all in his power to collect and disseminate the truth, in the hope that it may find a place in history and descend to posterity. History is not the relation of campaigns and battles and generals or other individuals, but that which shows the principles for which the South contended and which justified her struggle for those principles. If you're looking for some place to be where you think you're going to accomplish something to save our history, go to the Sons of Confederate Veterans. I'm Thomas Lee Jesse. I'm a descendant of Private Daughtery Gilmer, a Confederate veteran.
Good night, everybody. Have a safe holiday. If you're coming to Leon Shindig this Saturday, I'll see you then. Thank you for joining. Let the Lord be with you.